I don't remember how I met Chris. I was too little. I was really, really young compared to Chris. Like really a lot younger than Chris.
I met Chris back in 1972 during the Agnes flood. We were driving and somebody shouted out, low-lying branch, so the kids that were on the top of the cab had to jump off, and Chris literally landed in my arms. So that's how I met him. He fell into me.
Well, I first met Chris Borton back in the late 70s. Chris was in the civil engineering department with me, and we worked several years together, including some flood work in Johnstown, and got to be pretty good friends, and that's where we developed a relationship, and later on it would evolve into us starting our business together when he gave me a call in 1988.
I have known Chris Borton for many years, as Chris chairs the trustees department at Misericordia University, and we've worked on many committees together.
All right, so let me tell you about my meeting with Chris Borton. And it was about 40 years ago, and we were all in our 20s, and we had joined the local engineering society. And you know, we would get together once a month and talk about engineering things, and it was a great excuse for us to get out and have a few beers.
So how did I meet Chris Borton? 7 years ago, when I was looking for something to do with my life next, Chris was the chair of the search committee for the presidency at Misericordia University. And so I got to know Chris pretty well in that process. I also got to find out that his mother was a 1948 graduate of Misericordia. So since then, I've tried to do a really good job and make sure that both Chris and his mother stay really happy.
I first met Chris Borton when we served on the board of the United Way of Wyoming Valley together, and that's where I really learned for his deep commitment and love of this community.
Chris always put family first. He always found the time for Karen and the kids, whether it was going to sporting events, school functions, or taking Karen on those well-deserved vacations.
I think Chris's greatest achievement, from my perspective, would be raising 3 very strong, independent, intelligent, caring kids.
Congratulations, Dad, on the Lifetime Achievement Award.
It's really nice to hear that you are a superhero, not only to your kids, but to the world at large. And it makes sense. What you've done in your short time on Earth is truly impressive.
We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. And Chris has been successful in both areas.
Chris has been very generous to charities over the years, along with being in my Rotary Club, very active in all our projects and very generous to all our projects. I know he's been very generous to United Way and many other causes around town.
I have always admired Chris for his strong commitment to our community.
Chris himself is a leader. He's had great impact, but I think his biggest impact is he's created so many other leaders in the community that have led boards, participated in all kinds of activities, whether it's Boy Scouts or coaching teams or participating in nonprofits. Just his leadership traits he's passed on to others have really made this area a better place to live.
He's that kind of a guy. He likes to put people out in front of him and let them shine and do their best.
But the most important thing to him is to find people with a good heart.
In 3 decades, Chris Borton created not just a business, but a legacy created and headquartered in northeastern Pennsylvania and embedded into the fabric and roots of the valley and in the character of its founder. And it's why Chris is so deserving of the Chamber's Lifetime Achievement Award.